So welcome to Inspiring Today, a platform that is there to inspire, inform, educate, and even motivate you for a better life. Joseph Musoda, I am your host. And with me for the previous week, I had an amazing guest, a very hospitable guest. The many like to call her Star Girl, and I would love to call her Diana.
Yeah.
Diana, Spice Diana, welcome on the platform.
Thank you.
Welcome so much. We are so privileged, and the love we saw since last week was so tremendous.
Thank you.
It was so tremendous. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for accepting this. And we were still talking about your relationships, how you maintain those relationships around you and even externally. So everybody who has been asking me, has been asking themselves since they saw that picture of you with them, like, should they expect something?
Well, they should expect anything.
Cooked,
Anything. I mean,
prepared.
anything, anytime. I'm a person who loves surprising my fans. I don't want you guys to see what is coming up. You just wait for anything. I have lots of stuff. I mean, I have lots of music in and outside the country. And just know, I just want to give you the best. So, yeah.
Have you been to Congo before?
I've not been to Congo, but I have a project with the Congolese.
Wow.
We have a couple, like 3, but there's one BM.
BM.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. And I thought we were going to release it soon, but then, you know, it's been locked down and moving and stuff. Planning for the video has been really hard. But I know we'll put it out for, you know, because I'd love, and I sang some bits of Lingala, and I just can't wait.
There is a song even you sang Lingala, like, what song is that?
Your Love.
I think you love. Yeah.
It's a different vibe.
Very, very different. I just don't know why they didn't really welcome it with 2 hands here, but it was vibed in that society.
You know, the thing is, that time was hard. The time I released that song, it was locked down. There's a lot of music that died, you know, because people were down, the industry was down, social media, everything was really down. And as for me, I normally don't want to, if the world pauses, I don't want to pause with it. I want to keep pushing. Because I know a song might not be boo, but then there are people that
it's a song.
It's a song.
It
keeps you going for a time. Because if I had not released music during the lockdown, I wouldn't be as busy as I am right now. Because right now I have bookings almost every day. Shows, I mean, because I released music during the lockdown, and that music was welcomed. People enjoyed it. And if I'd say, because, you know, the industry's down, we have no shows, let me just relax and wait for, you know.
Let me wait until they open up.
Things would be really hard. But I prepared myself to this. I didn't see it coming, but I was like, no, let me keep pushing. People that will enjoy the music will enjoy it. Others will find us on the way.
What do you rejoice in and what do you regret in that lockdown, that pandemic?
The pandemic really opened my eyes to so many things. More so the business side, besides music. What else can I use my brand? What else I can use the name Spice Diana. Some things I've already started on, some things I'm working on already. Then it also really helped me to grow my audience on social media. Like, for example, right now I'm the most followed female artist on Instagram. Yeah, most followed, and then not female, most followed artist in Uganda.
Most followed artist in Uganda on Instagram.
Yes, apart from the ghetto kids at the moment, because
they're not.
The ghetto kids
that
are.
Is
yeah, but then still, I would proudly say I have a very big hand in this, because these guys, I worked with them. My
these ghetto kids or massacre kids?
No, the ghetto kids.
Oh, ghetto kids.
Yeah. The ghetto kids, I worked with them on a project to Joge, and they had over 100,000 followers on Instagram. After our project, these guys have had so much. I mean, they've had so many blogs writing about them because we did a clip that went viral. And my 𝐤𝐸𝐴 song has been everywhere in different countries. It has been on different platforms.
Moreover, at first it looked like she has just released these songs that we call dumping. Like,
let me tell you.
But it came serious in the second.
And I wasn't going to do the video, but because of the demand, I had to do the video. And this song was on platforms the platforms I've not been on. And I've managed to be on these platforms with 𝐤𝐸𝐴.
Yeah.
And these kids have had it as a very big opportunity because for them they're kids, they're content creators.
Yeah.
They've had a very big platform. Like for them, like the blogs, like I want to mention them, but they're so many and big blogs with big numbers, like the shared room and stuff. Because of our video that trended, it went viral. Wow, and I'm happy that these kids are making it. They've had like so many artists coming down to work with them. They've had projects. So I would say proudly I've been part of that progress.
You've been a great start.
Yeah, so that is something I thought about, growing and focusing on during the lockdown.
Yeah.
And as apparently I have companies I work with as an influencer, as an ambassador.
Actually, I would say maybe you are the most endorsed artist.
Yes,
probably.
I
because when I find there is no one, there is.
Yeah. These companies have really, added so much.
And they feel very honored for you to spice up their company.
Yeah, because a year will go, another year with them. That means you're doing something amazing. That all came in during the lockdown. It came in during the lockdown, and I would appreciate that we had a lockdown because at the moment, it's paying me well for me. Like companies pay me well. We have a long-term, we have long-term contracts, and I'm really proud of myself. Like at least I can earn besides just the music and the stage. Yeah, I can earn aside, and some other stuff, that I'll put out for my fans later on. Also thought about the Spice 5 years from now. That is during the lockdown. Before the lockdown, we didn't have time to think, to rest. It was like
hopping around.
Yes, because the previous year I was preparing for the concert I had in 2020, and I never had time for myself. I was very busy, so I had time to rest during the lockdown.
And plan it.
And yes, exactly. And then know what you want to do besides music. What can you do in the next 5 years? So we didn't have time to really think of all those things.
Talk about acting and content creation.
Yes.
In the lockdown. How was that? That's when I discovered Spice could act.
Yes. Yeah. Like I told you, I wanted to do the acting before the music.
Yeah.
So that's the time I also saw that in myself. Actually, companies used to contact me to be part of the acting. And I feel like, no, I cannot have it. I have it as a career. I just do it for passion and to spice up my content creation game. But acting is not something I'd love to do like now. I don't think it will pay me well. Unless it is, unless it's something I look at beyond just Uganda. Yeah. So they used to call me to do the acting. I'm like, you guys, do you have some money?
And when we talk about money,
I was happy that they really reached out to me because I was like, at least they've seen something in me.
Yeah.
The acting part of it. At least they appreciate, because I used to do it more of like to spice up my content creation part. And these are these videos. Like there's I created up a character called 𝐷𝐷𝐷, where you put
I remember that one.
And this I never had over like 300,000 plus views on my Instagram for like a video. And the first video that hit many views was a video of that character of 𝐷𝐷𝐷.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I was like, wow.
You are so vast. What can you talk about versatility to other artists?
It's good. You don't have to limit yourself. Like I mean, you find an artist who will say, "I'm just an R&B artist."
R&B.
Oh, I'm just
hip hop.
Shout
out to you, 𝐷𝐷𝐷.
Hip hop is great. I was a hip hop artist before doing this other music.
Wow, I saw certain bloke.
Yes, I was rapping, imagine.
Yeah, so citizen high school.
Yeah. But then I was like, my mom discouraged me really to do hip hop. She was like, you know what, you're so pretty for this. It will just, categorize you somewhere and you limit yourself to do other things, look pretty, sing vocals and stuff, and yet you can be all that. I listened to my mom and she was right. I can still do hip hop if I want to. If I do
really?
Dance or like.
How does it start? Are you the one who composed that beginning part?
The beginning part we did it together with Andre and Fik.
And Fik.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I can do Fiki's part like it's my own because I have the element of
you
rapping
have the
and
element
stuff.
of rapping.
Yeah. So it's not good to limit yourself. I mean, the world is for us. Like, you explore, like, use your voice. You can never know what you're good at until you try.
Until you do it.
Until you do.
Well, I repeat that statement. That's so powerful.
You can never know what you're good at until you keep trying and trying, and then you find yourself somewhere.
Wow.
If I had not tried the music and be like, no, I'm sticking on acting, it's what I want to do.
I'm an actor.
How would I be Spice then?
Yeah, but you have always talked that you always dreamt of becoming a big person, no matter the...
Yes, I knew I was going to be a big person. I didn't know how, but if it wasn't for the art, at least I'd be a big businesswoman.
You'll be big businesswoman.
A big entrepreneur.
And do you know that these things still come?
Yeah.
You're now an entrepreneur.
Let me tell you, in the next 5 years, you're going to see this. Because there's so much I'm building behind.
Hope we shall still be in touch.
I mean, there's so much. Have you seen the water, the 𝐸𝐴𝐾𝐸 water? Okay, people call it Spice Diana water.
I was somewhere yesterday and...
Who does that? I mean, who does that?
That's because there are other artists who are brand ambassadors of these mineral waters, but stuff. That's beyond being an ambassador.
That's beyond. I mean, that's really
How
beyond.
can you call the somebody's brand yours, like that person?
Yes.
It's really big. It's really big.
And then people will consume that so
they
much.
Consume, because I believe without your picture or your name.
This company was existing before, but they didn't have this.
Sure.
Yeah, they didn't have this exposure. When I joined them, with my picture on, and how we were pushing and everything, because as you're doing the music and going up there, every brand you work for is going with you.
Wow.
When you're going down, everything you're doing goes down with you.
That all comes back to that part one that we did about one hit, and then you go down. You need maintenance and sustainability.
When you maintain, of course, there are companies that always run to you.
Wow.
Because they want to work with someone who's doing well, someone who's going up, and then someone who's going down. So I feel like when I do hits, my fans really support the hits. I do concerts, feel this, whatever the venues and stuff. I feel like whatever I'm doing was like, if it's a water or whatever I'm pushing, the brand, a company.
It's really pushed.
It goes with me.
It goes
because
with
my
you.
fans will always be attached to everything. The work of my hands, everything I do.
And the fans are in all aspects of life. Talking about filling up the stadiums or places. On your YouTube channel, you are around your about section. You say you have felt the biggest venue with 200,000.
Yes. I've heard that.
Was that a like typing error?
No. Like, definitely, when you go add up, now, like yesterday, you know how many people I performed for? Last night. Yesterday, close to 40,000, 40 or 50,000 people.
Wow.
In a stadium.
Numbers don't lie then.
50,000,
200,000?
No, it was 50,000 people, close to 50,000 people.
Then about the about section, like
I think it is something like general, because when I had my concert in 2020, we had Freedom City. I don't want to really say much. You can do your own research, find out.
Even chairs felt because they were all broken.
And then we went to the other shows, because it was like from Freedom City, we went to the Western Art, we went to Ginger, we went to so many places. And
you had hits.
We had people
turning
turning
up.
People were turning up in big numbers.
So what is this point of people now saying? Because I've had a lot of rumors. You've said you're the most followed artist in Uganda, without a doubt. But then people are coming to say that these numbers are somehow faked.
Yeah, there's fakeness everywhere, all over. I mean, if people could fake their looks, I mean, you can fake everything. But then there is reality. Yeah. Numbers don't lie. I mean, if the numbers on social media will lie, because that is anything someone will do, you know. People buy likes, people buy views, people buy followers. But then, Freedom City, did I pay people to come to my show? Did I pay people yesterday to come to my show? Yesterday, but one, I was
a show that you didn't even post on your Instagram, on your page, but it turns up. Like,
I mean, I've been to
which promotions?
Yes, I mean, it's something I won't really like. Me, I'm one of the few artists that have had one woman shows. Most of the times, I'm having a one woman show.
Wow.
Yeah, like I went to kids.
Oh, that's the one woman I saw on your Instagram live.
I've had these shows. I mean, people come, 10,000 plus people come to my shows. It is not something that you will find anywhere. I mean, if the numbers are that fake, at least you can fake this one as well.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
It reaches to a point where you can't. But to what point can you say these numbers reach to your advantage?
They do. I mean, the numbers, people are numbers. Because right now, the endorsements and the companies that I was telling you about, they want numbers. And if a company, I don't know if I should mention the companies. Okay. If a company like Cheaper Cash works with me for...
The ad that you saw before this video started, I'm sure.
So now,
I bet that.
If I work with this company for 4 months, contract close, we sign another contract. These guys have their statistics and how they see things. We work for almost a year and a half, 2 years plus. Please, is that fake numbers? These guys pay me money to advertise.
Yeah.
If it wasn't coming back to them or working for them,
yes, I know.
If the water you see with my picture didn't have been with this water company.
This is for over 2 years?
For 4 years.
Wow.
For 4 years, my dear.
Wow.
If it was fake, why would the company keep you for 4 years?
Then does it mean that
why would you go to a shop, ask for my water, and they say it's finished? People are consuming it, over-consuming it. You walk on the streets, this is the only water you would see. Why can't you see other companies? Why can't you see, other companies like Lab working with other artists? Like Lato having another artist on board for a year plus. Well, our cultures, people would always want to put bad where there's good. If I have my numbers and they were fake, and the artists also have numbers, why can't they do what I'm doing?
Let them endorse.
Let them endorse. And they have also tried to endorse, but the company will drop them in a month.
By the way.
Because
I think that's it's the artists that feel, let me drop this one. But maybe it's the review.
We all want to earn. We want the money. Whatever we do, we try to push the music. We try to push our brands to make the money.
Yeah.
So if a company is coming and giving you $10,000 to push for them, will you drop with them like that? You want it to work because you want the money. You want it to work in any way possible.
Yeah.
You want it to work. So I know with us Ugandans, normally people want to put, if they're not having it, at least they don't want you to have it. If you have the numbers, they don't want. If they don't have the numbers, they don't want you to have them. So they will put something bad. I mean, if it is fake, and you know how they fake it, why can't you fake it? So it can be in my places.
But because I've seen a lot of artists just depending on these numbers, and then when they do these shows, we can see we have eyes.
Like
when you see an artist vibing to the her jam or his jam, but the crowd is like
that, and then they you have a show, the promoters will have a show somewhere, and people won't turn up.
They won't turn up. And next time, what's the result? Not working with you.
But there is numbers, there is reality.
There is reality.
And having the numbers and the reality is what matters. You might have the numbers and the reality is different. You can't buy today, buy tomorrow, buy 𝐜𝐿𝐴, buy Barara, buy the turn up in Ginger, buy the turn up for your concert.